Hello YouTube friends, Lucia back here with you. Today I am going to be showing you a flip book, tag flip book, and I want to say it was inspired by Tracie Hinds, aka Nanner Banana. She was doing the Dollar Tree challenge for Jessica over at Paper Terrace and was inspired to make not only journals but tag flip books with dollar store supplies. Mine are not dollar store supplies per se. I haven't been spending money. As I've said in previous videos, I have not been able to find work, so I used what I had and I've made two of them. I will show you this first one I made for my niece. My mom is going to be putting gift cards in there for her. She's coming in from Alberta and she is turning 20 this year, so we're trying to do we're not trying, we're going to do a birthday celebration for her. And the second one is for my sister, and I'll talk about that when I get there. So it's just a basic tag shaped flip book, and we're going to start with the tassel I made. I'm not going to say that I'm great at making tassels, but I do really like them. I struggle every time I make them, but they turn out cute, so there's that. So I added that as a key ring. I also say my niece is not a crafter, but she does appreciate anything Auntie does for her. So just a little charm piece with a bead on there. This is stamped polyester, satin polyester. I heat set it and then I embroidered Dream on there. Just turned that into a fabric tag. Glassine. So there's lots of texture in here and variety of tags. This is cut from years ago. Superstore had a flyer pamphlet. I don't know what it's called. A book with recipes. Sorry. And I cut that picture out and I had it in my stash forever. And then I made a tag out of it and sewed it onto here. So as for that is coloring pages. And this is what I'll show you. So on the back side of this, I made this pocket. I don't have the Tim Holtz one with the slot dies. I did this with index cards, and then I had a slot die cut it 4 times and turned it into a pocket. So it says, "It's your birthday, beautiful." And then I just layered some flowers. Little acetate piece. I was trying to figure out how to attach this to the other tag flip book, but I punched a hole in it by accident, so I just added it to this one, just for whimsy. I love this paper. I've had it in my stash for a while. It was just a small piece from when the Dollar Tree used to do scrap paper packs. This is like a mirrored cardstock sticker paper. It'll be fun for die cutting, but I just once again added it for texture. Another pocket. Oh, I should say this tag, I added the pocket and the embellishments. This tag was made by Hermelinda, who has now passed away, but she used to be an amazing junk journaler, and she made me a junk journal years ago, and I absolutely love it, and it was packed full of all her different ephemera and tags and things like that. So I'm using one of her tags in my niece's flip book. I've used some in my own journal, but mostly I just hoard it. This is also from Dollar Tree. I love the texture of this. Part of me wants to cover it and part of me just likes to run my hands over the texture. And I do know my niece is a texture person, so I left that just for that reason. And this is the back that I just collaged on and added a bead dangle that I made. And so that is the first one. I like how they turned out. This one is for my sister. So her birthday is until October, so Lord willing, I'm gonna have a job by then and I can afford to get her the gift cards that go in here. She is also not a crafter, but she is a plant girl. Her favorite color is orange. She's a garden girl, just like me. and she's my little sister. And so I made this with her in mind. Like I said, her favorite color is orange, so I did orange and green, which was fun. I do not actually have a whole lot of orange trim. I just don't. I don't have a reason for it, but I had a lot of different green ones. So I did add some vintage orange yarn and baker's twine and things like that. This is bias tape that I cut into strips because it was orange. It's vintage as well. This flower is a crepe flower. I made it years ago when making all the different flowers with everything you had was in. I've really been using a lot of my supplies that I've made years ago. I made another journal, which I won't show because it's filled with my nieces and nephews. And I don't love showing all their pictures on social media. I have, not social media, sorry, YouTube. I have in the past, but I've tried to get away from that when they're recent pictures. Older pictures are one thing, but I don't want all their recent pictures out there. So anyways, I used a pile of my old flowers that I'd made, and this is like the perfect project for that. So this is just crepe flower with crepe paper's vintage, and the leaves are from fake flowers. Charming. So this is just showing it's a gift card holder. There's nothing on that. I used to work at Rona, so I used to get gift cards for job well done. Another flower. Another one of these. This paper is like treated, so it's transparent. You can't tell. And then I have a cross charm on there. This is an actual photo. It's the BC Gardens. I can't remember which ones. It was sent to me. My friends went there years ago, and I took a picture. Sorry, I turned the picture that they sent me into a tag. Glitter paper. This was junk mail that I added. Came off a card. This is paper I've had in my stash forever, and I never knew what to do with it because I got it from the thrift store, and somebody had die cut 2 flowers out of it. And so I added acetate behind there and just backed it. I think it's cute. More fun textured paper. Corrugated cardboard again. I really, like I said, want to add something on here, but I don't because of the texture. This one is chunkier than the one I made my niece. Oops, sorry. This is printed acetate. I printed this. This is one of Daisy's designs from Tsunami Rose. It's really old, but it's so fun on acetate. Create what's important to you. There is a YouTuber that does art for mental health, and she showed how to do these hearts and these different designs. And so I made a whole sheet of them, and I started cutting them apart and using them in art and to make cards. If anybody wants to know who does these, the art that I'm talking about, it's art for mental health basically. Let me know in the comments and I will link her video. Back that, and then another coloring page, and then just some orange on the back. Sorry, I am kind of sleepy today. I've got enough sleep, but I have too many things on my mind. So I feel like I'm only halfway present while making this video for you guys, but I want to show you these. A huge thanks to Tracie Hinds for the inspiration. I am planning to make more. I think this is a super fun way to give gifts, even to somebody that's not crafty, because a lot of people, even if they're not crafty, they like texture, they like visual things. So I figure, you know, they can enjoy it without being crafty. And so my next one is going to be a purple tag book. I'm also debating making one for myself with things I love, just to have. So if I end up doing that, I will come back and show you. Thanks for watching. Talk to y'all soon.